Hi everyone! Welcome to this video. I'm excited to share. My name is O-Sheena. I love Tammy L and I do have a video about Becky Wade, and I was like, I liked this idea. I'm going to do it with Tammy L books because you guys already know. So this video is going to be me going over every one of Tammy L books that I found on her website. So I don't know if any others exist somewhere else, and I also don't know if there's like secret novellas floating around. I think some of her books she either self-published or just like digitally published exclusively, and I don't pay for like Kindle Unlimited or any other. So any book that I've read by her has either been an ARC, or I got it from the library, or I bought it. So I found 4 series and 2 standalones on her website. So I'm going to go over them. I'm going to talk about the ones that I've read, and we'll do this. First of all, I would absolutely recommend Tammy L as an author. Her talent with writing romance is so unique to her, and it's so well done. It feels real. Like, these characters are not perfect. They're funny, but they're also so messy and broken, and it's beautiful the way that she writes stories for them. There will be times when there's a love triangle in her books, and it's brilliant the way she writes it, because it makes sense why it exists, first of all, and it makes sense why it's like such a struggle, and it makes sense who they end up with, and I love it. So that's cool. And if you like clean, faith-filled Christian romance, you will love Tammy L, okay? Okay. So I discovered her by accident. My Hope Next Door was the first book that I ever read by her, and I got it from my library, and either I found it through Goodreads or through the library. I forget which one. I liked the cover. I thought, oh, Next Door, yes, I love neighbor romances so much. And I'd never heard of this author. I didn't even know if it was a Christian book, but I picked it up and I was hooked from the first page. I love this book, okay? I think this is my favorite Tammy L book, truly. Just because it's like, so this book, I've described it quite a bit on my channel. It is not a surprise. You've seen this book before. It's one of my favorite books, but yeah, this book follows a girl who grew up in this small town, but it starts with her coming back to it after years of being away. She wasn't a Christian when she grew up, but then when she moved away, she got connected with the church and became a Christian, and now she's coming back to this small town where her parents live as a new Christian, and her family is very dysfunctional. Her parents had a lot of issues, and it was not a happy household growing up. She couldn't wait to get out. So that's what she's going back to, and she knows that. And then there is like an old house next to their house that the pastor's son bought. So he's like fixing up this old house, and he bought it and he lives in it. So he's neighbors with her parents, and they know that. She doesn't know that though. Obviously, it's a romance between the two of them. But it is so cute. It is so cute, but so raw. Like, the issues that she had, that she went through and still goes through, the things that he went through, okay, they both have problems. And they become friends. They become friends first. And that's what I love, okay? Please become friends first. Don't just be like, you're really cute, let's date. Get to know each other, okay? It's okay. I love it. He is just such a gentleman, and I loved it, okay? I could gush about this book forever. I'm so thrilled that I own it. It was on my wish list. A subscriber got it for me. Thank you, okay? It's so good. So there we go. So the thing is, this has a sequel. This girl has a friend, and they're estranged, but they do have like a little thing in this book, and the next book follows that friend. And it it isn't like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I want to know about this. The next book is called My Unexpected Hope, and you follow the friend exclusively and a guy, but you do see these two characters in that book a fair amount. Yeah. This book, My Unexpected Hope, is extremely intense. It is about drug addiction and alcoholism, and it's like, it's not sugar-coated. Like, yeah. So beware if that is a trigger. So, and actually, I read this book, and then my library only had this book. So I only had read these two books for a little bit until I like found other ways to read her books. So really the second book that I read by her ever is Love and the Little White Lie. This is book 1 in her State of Grace trilogy, and this book pushed me over the edge. I was like, who is this author? How is she so good? How? Because these are really similar. Like, I would say the perfection of the writing and the romance and the story and the characters is equal. Okay, you think this book is good? Like, a lot of people, this trilogy is really hyped right now. A lot of people have read this book. I'm telling you, this one is just as good. I promise you. I promise you, okay? I could gush about these books forever. Okay, but yeah, I read this book next, and I was like, amazing. Yes, please. Thank you forever. Tammy L. So you probably know what this is about because a lot of people are reading this book, but follows a atheist girl who gets a job at a church. She pretends to be a Christian, and she has a romance with the worship leader, and she lives on her aunt's wedding venue land, and her aunt has 2 handymen, a father and a son, that are around. And remember how I said love triangles happen? Be prepared, okay? I had no idea. I thought, okay, so slight maybe spoiler here, okay? So beware. But I'm assuming everyone watching this knows me and knows everything. But if you don't, skip ahead like 10 seconds, okay? Maybe 15, maybe 30. If you watched my vlog for the 3rd book, okay? Everyone knows. If you watch my vlog, I'll link down below. Not surprised why I love the guy in the 3rd book, okay? From this book, I was like, yes, I am so on board for this romance. Yes, yes, yes. My dream man. She gets converted by a worship leader. Yes. Okay? I was like so on board. But then, okay? So, trust me, it's so good. You already know. Okay. Book 2, Love and the Silver Lining, came out of nowhere, okay? Followed 2 characters that were kind of were super in the background of this book. So like, you knew them, but like not a lot. And once again, thought that I knew who the relationship was gonna be, and I was so wrong. Because I was like so fixated on this stinking guy from this book. The guy, okay? The worship leader guy. I was like, oh, now is the time. Yes. And yeah, okay? So they do build on each other and do read them in order. And I'm not gonna say much about the plots. So just so you know, the main girl character is Darcy. That is not a spoiler, okay? Darcy, you meet her in this book. She is the main girl in this book. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's amazing. Surrounds like dog training a little bit, dog rehabilitation, and finding your purpose with God again. It's beautiful. So good. The romance, top tier. Top tier. Okay. I'm gonna link a video down below. I just made a vlog reviewing and like reacting to this book, and it's so exciting. And this book, yeah, just like look at that picture. What is he holding? Okay, what does that tell you? You know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Excellent trilogy. Amazing. Okay, moving on. Those are the only books that I've read by her. Okay, She has 2 other series, and then I was wrong, actually 3 standalones. So I'll go on to the next series, which is the Windsor series. And I own Shattered Rose. Shattered Rose is free on her website, by the way, so go check it out. It's free on her website. I'll link her website down below. You can get Shattered Rose as an ebook for free, okay? So that's why I have it, but I haven't read it yet. My mom read it, and she said it was really intense. I have a feeling it's to do with a girl that is broken in probably a really intense way, and you like see how that happens, and then her redemption with God, I would assume. I'm really excited to read it. First book is called Shattered Rose. Second book is Shackled Lily, cool title, and then Splintered Oak is the third book. Okay, the next series is called the Bentwood series, and it has Until I Knew Myself is book 1. Book 2 is The Truth Between Us, which I own on ebook, and then book 3 is After We Say Goodbye. So I'll just read what Until I Knew Myself is about. Once again, not very good at this, but bear with me. Tyler Mitchell grew up I already messed up. He grew up an orphan, taken in by his best friend's family when he was only 16. Even though 10 years have passed and he's been given everything he should ever want, a loving home, adoring girlfriend, a career, friendships, Tyler has always felt a foreigner in his own life. When a surprising phone call reveals the death of his biological grandfather, Tyler's seemingly perfect life starts to unravel. The people he loves most in the world have kept from him the greatest secret of all, knowledge of his father's family. Okay, I was wrong. I have read also Waves of Summer, and this is also free, I'm pretty sure, somehow on her website, or maybe it was free at one point and then I got it. I think it was free at one point. It might not be free anymore, but this is like just a little new adult novella. And so yeah, you follow this girl who is on vacation, and she ends up meeting this boy on the beach, and they have like a summer romance, but it's like really short, and it's just funny, and I don't even think there was any faith in it, but I forget. Okay, next is called Mercy's Fight. Okay, now these 2 standalones look really intense. I don't know, but here we go. He feared no one but himself. Recovering from a past shaped by violence, Matt Holloway has sworn to live a life different than his parents did. Matt has found a purpose that keeps his lingering pain and fear at bay, helping others to heal, yet the nightmares continue to haunt him. Grace has lived a life of luxury, sheltered by her family's money and connections. When a betrayal forces her to question everything, she leaves her family and accepts an ambitious position in a career which she may not be ready. When the 2 first meet, they cannot deny their instant intense attraction. While Grace is willing to take another risk with her heart, Matt remains chained by his past and struggles to trust their future together. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. Cool. Want to read it. Alright, last one is called Sellout. This has a long synopsis. Here we go. Like many elite private schools, Madison High has a legacy steeped in traditions, none of which revolve around learning. Survival is simple. Keep your head down, don't say a word, and never question school royalty. Cody James, a former victim of Madison's vicious brand of hazing, wants nothing more than to graduate without breaking the unspoken rules and could land him back in social exile. Cody has breached the elusive inner circle, and he has no intention of losing his hard-earned security. But a beautiful new student shakes up his plan to coast by and causes him to question his role as sidekick to the king of the school. As the only daughter of rock legend Donnie Wild, Skylar has been homeschooled her entire life. Now she wants normal, and she hopes that Madison High will offer her an escape from her father's deteriorating health. She never intended on catching the eye of the school's self-elected king or falling for his confusing best friend. That sounds good. Yes, but that's YA. Interesting. So those are Tammy L Gray's books. And according to the acknowledgments in the back of this book, this is the most recent book that she has published, and she has said that her publishing contract was not renewed, and she feels like this might be the end of her writing career. I really hope that's not true, but she does have a lot of books that I haven't read, so at least I have a little bit to pull from for now, and I'll absolutely be rereading these books. I do feel like the ones that I have read are her best, but I don't know, because, I mean, she has 2 other complete series and then some standalones, and maybe they're totally hidden gems and we just, like, don't know about them. I really hope that's true. So, yeah, I just love her writing and her characters and her romance and her faith, and it's just so good. So, definitely check her out if you are interested. All of her books are contemporary, which I also prefer and love. So yes, I just wanted to have this video on my channel to represent my love for this author. So I will link my Becky Wade video down below if you want to see another one where I go over an author's entire collection, and that is everything. So hope you guys enjoyed. I just knocked my books over, and I will see you guys in the next video. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm bad at reading out loud. This is why I don't read synopses out loud. I'm like sweating. But when she moved away, get it together. Okay, one second.